Hey guys, no Zoup for you here, and you are watching my first round in the all-new, brand spanking new, Tier 7 aircraft carrier Kaga for the IJN. Now, a lot of you have expected this carrier to make its appearance at some point, and that time is close and nigh upon us. So, like I said, this is my very first round. And why am I showing this to you? Well, I'm just going to come out and say it right now. I think the Kaga might be, let's see, how do I say this? The Kaga might be overpowered? Oscar Papa? Yeah, I think that's what I'm trying to say. And I don't like saying that. I'm telling you right now, I hate saying overpowered. But after playing this round and consulting my fellow community contributors, yes, I've spoken with all the other NACCs, I Chase, Kami Samurai, and the gang, Kalorn. You know, we've all put our collective minds together, and we agree this ship is pretty darn powerful. Now, what is the definition of an overpowered ship? Well, it's great if a Super Unicum player can play a ship at a Super Unicum level. If they say it's overpowered, yeah, obviously, take a lot of stock in that, because they are Super Unicum. They know what they're talking about. But I, personally, am more concerned with what the beginner says, and how the beginner plays in a ship. How an absolute beginner does in a ship is a better litmus test of how a ship plays and whether or not it's overpowered. Duh. Now hear me out, okay? I suck at aircraft carriers. And when I say I suck at aircraft carriers, I cannot overemphasize enough the overall absolute 100% suckiness of aircraft carriers. In fact, I can't remember the last time I have even played an aircraft carrier. It might have been during the Saipan testing. Actually, I really think that was it. I might have played a Langley round at some point after that. But yes, that is the last time I've played an aircraft carrier concertedly. That I've given it a dedicated, focused effort. It was the Saipan, and I did horrible. I did abysmal in it. So, flash forward now to the Kaga. It's been a long time. I've probably played maybe 20 rounds of aircraft carriers, 30 at the most. So, when I say I suck at aircraft carriers, and you can see right here as I do this horrendous first attempt at a manual drop of torpedoes, I absolutely suck at aircraft carriers. So, why am I bringing this up? Why am I telling you about how much I suck at aircraft carriers? Well, because this is my first round in the Kaga, and because I had what I considered a very successful round. Was I top of the leaderboard? Absolutely not. But I did fairly good, in my opinion, for absolutely sucking at aircraft carriers. So, if an absolute aircraft carrier sucky noob like myself can pull off a decent round, then yes, I'm going to say that I agree with the other individuals that say that this aircraft carrier might be a little overpowered. Now, when I set this aircraft carrier up, I really wasn't even thinking. I stuck my Kamikaze R captain over in it, and I redistributed the points, and here I come in with all my bombers. And see, I didn't even choose the torpedo heavy loadout. That's how long it's been since I played. But I still remember the basics. And you can see right here, I'm just gonna light into this Bairn. There we go, 2 fires right there, three bomb hits. Beautiful. So I remember how to manual target. And here we go again. And he's probably already put out that fire, and we're gonna light some more fires here in a second. There's some bombs, and I'm gonna... This one's gonna be the one that does it, though. This is gonna get the fire going real good. He's repaired, and I'm just trying to get my aiming down good, and then 2 more fires right there. 6,000 damage. So again, a lot of airplanes right there, a lot of bombs, and this poor Bayern is going to burn out. So back to the point about me absolutely sucking and being a noob at aircraft carriers, I still know the basics. I still know how to manually target and manually drop torpedoes, so that helps a little bit. That does help me a little bit, and you can see my meager attempts of using my fighter planes to spot this destroyer in the center and kind of help out there. But again, like I was saying, the best way to determine if a ship is overpowered is to see how it plays throughout the spectrum, to see how the beginners play with it, to see how the average players play with it. And there we go. There goes that Bayern. He burned out, and I sent him to the bottom. That's one ship sunk. So already off to a decent start. Not bad at all. These are my Torp bombers coming in, and this Scharnhorst is kind of in a bad spot right here. He's just kind of sitting there, so I'm going to approach him, and I'm going to do my little manual drop on him, and it's not going to be the greatest one. And again, I am not a great CV player, but I still land a Torp hit on him, which was nice, and I still did my part to help my team further damage him. Now, the individuals that are good at aircraft carriers seem to very much like the torpedo bombers on the Kaga. They enjoy it a lot. I really don't have a lot to base it off of, but they seem to do the trick to me. Decent damage off of that, and I'm just gonna load up my bombers again. So, you know, it's interesting. And, you know, I like I said, I hate calling a ship overpowered, and I really legitimately have no right to call the Kaga overpowered just because I don't have enough experience in aircraft carriers. But I play with a lot of people that do, and I talk to a lot of people that do, and I trust their opinions very much. I trust Kami Samurai. I trust Kami Samurai's opinion very much. He is a very, very good player, and people like Little White Mouse, all the North American CCs I hold in high regard, as I do the Europeans as well. All the CCs I do, and a fair amount of them are Super Unicum, and the ones who are also agree that this ship is pretty dang powerful. So I'm just loading up my bombers right now. I'm getting them back out, and honestly, I kind of enjoyed this loadout. I like bombers for some reason, and this Colorado is ripe for the picking, and you can see my relative newbiness in aircraft carriers here. I think I got some hits in, but I also had some misses, and and when I say misses, it wasn't by a lot. You know, I'd aim for the bow and I'd hit just ahead of the bow, and that just comes from not playing aircraft carriers a lot. But the fact that I was able to do and there you go right there. That was a pretty big miss right there. That's a newbie mistake right there. But again, the fact that I was able to go out after not having played carriers in what, a few months, 3 months, 4 months, and able to do somewhat decent is a testament to how easy this ship is. And I think you're going to see a lot of beginners buying this ship, for better or for worse. And I would never dissuade anyone from picking up a ship, and I would never force anyone to pick up a ship. But for you players out there who are seasoned carrier players, I think you're going to absolutely love this ship. I think you're going to like this carrier a lot. It is a through and through Japanese carrier. And here you can see I get my fighters in the action. I'm trying to help out this Bayern. Sound kind of redneckish there. Shooting down a couple planes right there. There's a nice little spread of 3, and I'm just gonna do my part right here to keep these bombers away from the Bayern. I'm gonna keep them away as well as I can, and you know, I'm kind of helping out there, doing my job, and only having one set of fighters doesn't really help that much, but I'm still shooting some down. So, not bad at all. Decent, and here comes some Torp bombers, so I'm going to try and make sure their spread goes wide as they try to avoid me. So, and you can see right here, my Torp bombers are just kind of floating out in the middle, and because I'm so relatively new to carriers, or I haven't played in such a long time, I'm just flat out forgetting that I need to press F to send them back to my carrier. Yeah, did I say I suck at carriers? I think you would agree that I pretty much suck at aircraft carriers. But I'm not having that bad of a round. And that's, like I said, a testament to the Kaga. The fact that you can jump in it right away, and it doesn't feel like any other ship. I'm comfortable with it, even. Very, very comfortable. So this was kind of an interesting round to be a first round in this carrier end, being Epicenter. And I know a lot of people don't like Epicenter. They're not fans of it. I personally do. And you can see here, I'm going to try and move in on this Bayern, which he's going to get taken out by Argonizana. Just completely outplayed right there. You know, torps trump no torps. So I'm going to move on to this New York right here. And we are quickly pulling ahead here. We're actually crushing them. I mean, we're way ahead at this point. So I'm just going to kind of play clean up and mop up right now. And again, you know, I haven't done spectacular damage, you know, 30,000 at this point. Landed a decent amount of bomb hits, only one torp, which is kind of sad for carriers, because I think we would all agree that torpedo bombers are kind of what we like seeing that nice torpedo action, which I did choose the acceleration on it, and there we go. There's another fire and another 5 bomb hits with my super-sized bomber squadrons. So yeah, not bad at all. I'm just New York, unfortunately, you know, he's slow. It's kind of an unfair matchup right here, which also shows that, you know, if top tier, the Kaga is going to do really, really well. If not top tier, I think you're going to struggle a little bit against ships with anti-aircraft capabilities, or decent anti-aircraft. They're going to chew your planes up, so you got to be a little wary of that. And you can see right there, I just kind of missed him, just missed him on the bow. And again, that's just for me being out of shape, fat and slow, right? So he's going to burn out, though. New York's going to burn out, and my damage is ticking up again. You know, I will take what I have right now for first round in carriers. And, you know, honestly, like I said, I hate throwing out the term overpowered. If this ship really is overpowered or not, you know, there are other individuals out there. They're going to be more well-versed to tell you that. This is just coming from a sucky aircraft carrier player. One who, and I showed you my stats, I literally suck. And there's 2 ships sunk. And again, low-hanging fruit, low damage, but still, I mean, the ship's decent. The carrier's decent. And I think everyone is going to enjoy it, whether you are a beginner or whether you are an absolute veteran. If they don't change this ship, yeah, it's going to be a force to reckon with. And personally, I'm looking forward to getting better with aircraft carriers using this ship. And it'll get you there because it's got some very good attributes to it. So watch iChase and Kami Samurai and all them when they get their reviews out, because those are going to be the ones to pay attention to. And if they do really, really good in them, then you know something's up. And I get my torp hit in here. And I love how the torps go. You know, that 3 and 2 behind it. Very cool. So there you go, guys. That's the Kaga. And that was my preview on it. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Take it easy. I am out.